What's going on, guys? It's Jake Camaro here with the first episode of the long-awaited series, Flashback Friday. I was hoping to upload this video last Friday, but kind of just the time got away from me, and I just did not upload it, which I wish I would have, but now is better than never. So this is actually a replacement for last Friday, so you will be seeing another one tomorrow. I'm considering between two first-person shooters, but I don't really know which one yet. So let's begin with the gameplay. So the game we're going to be talking about today is Driver San Francisco, which came out on September 6th, and a studio called Reflections were the people who made it, and then it was published by Ubisoft. It did include one of those like online passes, but there was a problem with the Xbox 360 version where like the code was too short, so Xbox did not have to do that, which is good because I was like freaking out because I couldn't type it in, but apparently it was free. So this game was not marketed that much. No one I really has the game. The only person who has the game is me and a friend who played it, who got it because I was playing it. So what you're seeing right now is like a cool little intro like video. It's really like cinematic, like it shows, it's really like the transitions and stuff is really cool. The game's kind of about John Tanner, an undercover cop who's trying to take down Jericho, who escaped from custody, and he has to like complete like missions to like take down him by like completing going after his accomplices and stuff. So the big feature of this game is shift. Now shift basically, as you can see right now, you're floating above the world with little targeting reticule type thing. And you hover over a car, and then you press A, and you can go inside of it. You can get in any vehicle in the entire map, and it's actually really, really big, and there's no loading. So you just press A, and you go inside the car. So the entire thing is already loaded up. So you can, it's really good for, it's definitely an interesting thing that I have not seen in any like true roam games before, and it's just really fun. There's a pretty wide variety of vehicles in this game. I'm driving an SUV right now. There's like buses and tow trucks and just like random cars that you would never think of putting in a video game, but apparently they put it in this. What I just did shows you how fast you could shift between two cars. It takes a second for the interior to render in, but all in all, it's a pretty fast transition. I almost hit a cop car right there, and if you do hit a cop in this game, they will come and chase you. It's really funny. They only come and chase you if you hit them. So you can fly past them at 200 miles an hour and smash into a car next to them. If you do not hit them, they will not chase you. So I think that's pretty funny. So this is how you select side missions. You actually just go to the car that has a side mission. Then you press A, you go inside of it, and you have this little kind of real-time, kind of not thing where you're sitting there driving and then you're seeing like two people or one person talking between each other, and then you press A to start the game, or you can go down to cancel and not do the game. Once you're like, you press A to go down onto that car, you're not like committed to the mission, so that's kind of nice. So pretty soon the A button should come up. They're just kind of talking with somebody else. There's no subtitles on this game, so I did not put subtitles on, which is, I wish it did have subtitles. But they don't really talk that much. Only at the beginning of the missions they talk. So as you can see, I'm actually going to be going pretty fast in this car, and the game holds up really good. You're not going to be able to see it in 60 frames per second because this game does run at 60 frames per second. That's why it doesn't look quite as good as games like Forza Motorsport 4 or Need for Speed. But the reason is because one,
here's the plan.
They had to tone down the graphics. Well, the reason, yeah, that's one reason. One is that it was at 60 frames per second. That's why the graphics aren't very good.
Yeah, I see them.
And then two, it's a gigantic world. Even like games like Forza Motorsport has,
here goes.
Except for the Nürburgring, there's not that many like gigantic tracks. Yeah, there's tracks that take you a couple minutes to complete, but there's not like a 3-hour track. But in this game, San Francisco is always loaded up. You don't have to like, once you go into like a different spot, like on Borderlands, you have to load or anything like that. It's automatic. So it's really good that they were able to get it on a console like this because, as a lot of people know, games that are on like this generation of consoles is definitely a little old because the 360 came out in 2005 and the PlayStation 3 came out in 2006. So developers really have to use a lot of interesting techniques to be able to deliver a game like this on a 7-year-old platform. So as you can see now, I have to go off and use different bombs and different other trucks. So basically, the task is to get under semi-trucks and defusing bombs, and I was defusing 2 in the vehicle, like, for the story mode, and now basically I have 3 minutes, sorry, to go around the city, shift into cars that are kind of low, like, you can't get into, like, a bus and go under there, shift into a car, get under there, defuse the bomb. So, as you can see right here, it's really easy to just go up and just, like, hover over to the place that you wanted to get and get into a car. So this one is a little interesting. I shifted to a Jaguar right here. And there's actually, I can't just go directly into the under the truck, because there's, like, there's some big buses that you actually have to move the buses and then shift into the car and then go inside of it, which I think is kind of cool, because there's really ways that they use shift more than just shifting in cars in free roam. There's some really cool missions that you have to, like, there's one form of mission where I actually don't do in this gameplay. I do quite a few missions in this, but one of them is you have 2 cars and you have to get both of them to the finish line. Now, and when you're singing one, the AI drives and the other, but they're not, like, good. They won't be, like, they'll be okay, but if you like get them to first place and then don't shift into them for the rest of the mission, they're gonna fall back. So that's really some, like, interesting things that they were able to do with shift, and it's definitely, like, the basis of the game. So a lot of this stuff is based on shift, and it's something that I've never really seen in a video game before. It's like games like Midnight Club, which are free roam games. They're okay, but it's cool that just now you can just, like, get into any car, and they're all licensed cars. There's over 130 real world cars in this game, so there's tons of different varieties. There's, like I said earlier, there's buses, there's tow trucks, there's police cars, there's lots of different vehicles from different times, like the old Volkswagen. That Jeep Wrangler I was about to get in was actually, like, the 1970s Wrangler, but they've got, like, new cars, like new Lamborghinis, the new Camaro, Corvettes, all that kind of stuff. So it's really cool how they were just able to get all these really interesting cars in there. And then there's also challenges that actually have you using those cars from, like, old 70s car chase movies. So you actually find these little icons around the map and pick them up, and then once you have, like, 10 of them, you unlock one mission that it's like a time trial type thing, where you're set in, like, a city, like a time of, like, from back, like, in the day. And what's really interesting is you're in, like, an old car, but then all the cars around you are also older cars. So you're not, like, driving it, like, for example, you're in like a car chase from Eat My Dust, and you're driving the car, but then there's, like, a tow truck, like a modern school bus driving by. That's not present. So it's really cool how they were able to do that. So I just completed that mission. It was pretty simple. And now I'm going to go to the garage. Now the garage, although you can shift into cars, like, just randomly on the road, you can buy cars in the garage and then, like, choose them at any time. So now I can just go over and choose. There's quite a few manufacturers that I'm just, like, going through. I only go to Chevrolet because I want to get the Camaro, but there's tons of different manufacturers. So I choose the Camaro because, of course, I'm Jay Camaro. And you cannot actually customize the color. So there's no customization, even the color. The color is randomized. So as you can see, the Camaro in the thumbnail that I selected was red, but the car I'm actually in right now is yellow. So that's some things, you know, if you want, like, a tuner game, like a Need for Speed Carbon or a Midnight Club LA, this is not a game for you, because there is no customization whatsoever. But there are quite a few different vehicles, and this is a game that you can definitely just go around and have fun in. This is not like a professional racer like Forza is. This game is about just having fun, not about realism and, oh, you crash, your guy is dead, you have to restart the race. No, it's, oh, you crash, you're forced out of the vehicle, get into another car and continue. So that's just how you can do things that you just cannot do in other games. Now, this is really cool. In free roam, if you pick cop car, you just automatically go into a police chase, and you can automatically leave the police chase by, like, just leaving the car that you're in, shifting into another car across the map, and then it's like, oh, well, if you do not return to the police chase in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, well, it ends. So you don't have to participate in this, but this was kind of an accident. I didn't try to hit the police car, but I wanted to do the race the chase, because I wanted to show you guys what it was. I have a lot of money in this game right now, as you can see in the upper corner. The money in this game is called willpower, and you earn willpower for basically anything you do in single player. So boosting, overtaking cars, drifting, winning races like this. I'm going to get about 7,000 willpower for finishing it. So you get money for a lot of things. But the thing is that once you buy all the cars in the game, you can't get anything else. So I've beaten the game. I have all the cars, so I'm just building up infinite amounts of money. The damage modeling in this game, as you saw in the Camaro a few seconds ago, it's really good. Like, if you hit anything, you're gonna get a dent in it, and once your car gets up to like really low health, bumpers will start flying off. There'll be no hood. The car will actually go slower the more it's destroyed. So I'm not talking like if you get a dent, it's gonna drop down like 50 miles an hour. But if like the bumper falls off, it's gonna go quite a bit slower, which is kind of cool. Tow trucks, you can actually hook your car onto the bottom of it, which is cool.
Right, we got 5 minutes to get
so what I'm doing right now is just kind of like a simple event. They're called dares, and they're not like missions. They're kind of like miscellaneous things. That, like, the one I'm doing right now is get 5 cars over 110 miles an hour in 60 seconds. So I'm just shifting into cars that are going straight, already at like 80 miles an hour, and then just boosting and getting them up to 110. They're pretty easy to complete, and they actually give you quite a bit of money. So I got like 15,000 willpower, and that's quite a bit of money. So I'm just zooming out. Now I'm going to go to another side mission. What you do is, like, the game is divided into chapters, and every chapter has one main mission, and then, sorry, 2 main missions, and then, well, 1 or 2 main missions, and then quite, like, different missions that you have, side missions that you have to do to unlock that mission. So it's really cool. Like, you don't just do all the main storyline and then do like the side missions as you after. You actually do them as you go. And what's cool is that the people we are right now, this is the first time we see them. They're cops that you have to that are trying to take down medicine, like bad medicine, but their superiors don't want them to. But you actually meet up with them later in the game, and you just do quite a couple missions with them. And it's kind of cool how you don't just play them once and just that's it. You actually return and kind of progress kind of a mini story. So the basis of this is kind of just to like crash into the med containers, and what you basically want to do is hit as many as you can, but you don't have to hit them all because you have about 30 seconds that you start out with, and then every time you hit a container, you get a few more seconds. So if you miss a couple, it's not a big deal, but if you miss like 7, then you're going to lose a lot of time. This is definitely a game mode that if you miss one, you just keep going. You don't want to stop, you don't want to turn around, because if you miss 1, 2, 3, or even 4, it won't really depend. Like, I missed 1 right here because I'm kind of off course, but I don't even stop, I just keep going because it'll take more time. You only get like 1 or 2 seconds from each container, so it's not like, it would take longer for you to turn around than to, it would take longer to turn around to get it than to just move on and keep going. So really, like, you're just like drifting around corners. It's really, just really cool gameplay, because unlike Forza, where the controls are just like, oh, you turn and you like turn a little bit and stuff, this is like drifting. You press B and you can just do like slides across the ground. It's really fun. Now this mission is not over. It looks like it's over, but now you have to actually destroy some of these trucks that are carrying like a lot of the medicine. So what you do is you shift into, now you could just take them down with your police car, but that would take longer and it would probably get destroyed before you got them all. But you actually just shift into cars around the city, like trucks, semis, SUVs, stuff like that, and then destroy them that way. So there's definitely quite a bit of strategy.
Every citizen is just
shifting in this game is not just like, oh, cool, you can free roam over to here. It's just like, it makes up a lot of the game, and it's something that never has been seen in a video game before, and unless they do a sequel, probably won't be seen in one. That's the reason I bought this game, is because shift is just such a cool, revolutionary feature that whenever I play racing games now, like free roam games, it's kind of not as fun, because you can just get into any car. You can just make your own fun. You can have like a gigantic crash on the freeway. You can play cop. You can just like race down roads. And San Francisco is so big, you have a lot of different roads and a lot of different variations. You have like off-road. You have like back roads. Really, a really wide variety of tracks for you to race on, and a wide variety of cars. So this mission is coming close to an end pretty soon, but not for a little while. But it's cool because the cars do deload after you go by them, but you can go back a little ways and actually see your crash. So say you shift into a car and you put it on the wrong side of the road, that car will continue to drive and it will create this gigantic crash. And it's just really, really, really fun. And just a game to just like mess around in. It's not a game where I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna like earn this car, earn this, and earn this, do this, do that. It's just like go in and just make your own fun. You can go in wanting to do a race, but then get bored and just like drive around the city. And it's not a realistic game. It's not like Forza. It's not like, oh, the handling is perfect and we need every car to perform exactly how they do in real life. I'm not saying like SUVs are like supercars and supercars are like SUVs, but each car performs okay judging on like what the car is. But it's not like it's not down to like, oh, this is this and the wheels are set up like this. It's just a game that it's just a different breed of racing game. It's just really, really fun. And I crash right there, complete the last one, and I finish the mission. So this video is about to come to an end. So right now you can buy Driver San Francisco on Amazon for about $25 if you want to go and get that. It's a pretty good deal. So if you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.